Do you like money? If so, stay with us. That's what this show is all about. I'm Lawrence Pressman. This is the best betting show ever. It's Wednesday. We got an unbelievable lineup. Joe Ranieri, Art DeCesar, and yes, a special guest, Ralph Michaels, the pen. He'll be on every single week moving forward, one day a week, doing trends and angles. We're going to talk week 0 in college football. We got our sharp bets, our parlay of the day, the predictive markets, NFL preseason, our baseball rundown, and a little bit of mailbox. Let's go. Joe, Art, Ralph, welcome to the show. Ralph, nice to have you, man. You look incredible. For anyone who does not know Ralph, dude is half the size. You've never looked better. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's this, I got to be in Ranieri State, so I'm hanging out in Daytona Beach, walking on the beach a little bit and having a great time down here. It's been awesome.
Well, you look healthy. You look incredible. Hope it's an inspiration to anyone watching this show. Okay, let's go, Art. How did we do last night? Let's start there. Let's get to the parlay of the day.
Well, the sharp bets, I believe, were 1-2 in baseball, 0-1 in the WNBA. The baseball one was a miracle, too. It was the Guardians with their comeback. So sharps took it a little bit on the nose last night.
Joe, I had the Guardians for my clients last night. I went to bed assuming it was an L, only to wake up for a dub.
It happens. Yeah. As long as you have more of those than at the end of the season, I think you're in good shape there, Prez. That's what it's all about.
I don't know how it happened, though. What went down?
It's the Angels being the Angels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well said. And it's not like we haven't, or I haven't mocked that stupid team for the last month.
Yep.
Well, Michaels, let's start with you before we get into parlay of the day real quick. So every week you're going to come on this show. We're going to figure out what day. It'll likely be Tuesday or Wednesday. You're going to do TNA. That's Trends and Angles. We're lucky to have you. Tell us a little bit about the segment and what we should expect going forward.
Prez, if I can't have a say, I would prefer Wednesday because my Trends and Angles are completely run and the lines are a little bit more established.
Wednesday
but I'll work with whatever you want. So basically today will be an example of what we're going to do. I'm going to break down 4 or 5 week 0 situations in college football. So if you like Trends and Angles, we're not telling you to bet these games. We're just here to make you a better bettor. Remember, never base a play on a trend, angle, or system. Make it turn a play you like into a stronger play, or even better, a play you may like, keep it off your card. People always talk about, I don't want to leave this winner off the board. It's more important not to put the loser on the board because you're losing 1.1% versus winning 1%.
Yep.
Yeah, we always say that. Better to miss a winner than bet a loser. Parlay of the day. I'm going to start right off the bat. Art, we're going right back to the same team I took yesterday. The Chicago White Sox are playing Texas. Burke for a score, -130. I'm taking the White Sox. Ralph, what is your parlay of the day leg?
Well, if you follow me in MLB, you know it's going to be a no-run first inning. Boston, Miami, Nerfy, no-run first inning, -130.
Joe?
Art? You want some Art?
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Art. There you go.
I'm going to go against Sasaki. Give me the Braves at home plus money.
Nice. Listen, Padres are not getting swept by the Pirates. I'll take even Randy Vasquez out on the mound here today. 4:00 game. A lot of afternoon baseball here today.
Yeah, and we almost won our parlay of the day yesterday, but almost doesn't count. San Diego Padres let us down. Okay, Art, sharp bets for today. What are you hearing? What are you seeing?
Only a small card in the WNBA, so there's actually nothing to report there. MLB, they're on 3 sides. They're back on the Cubs after that tough loss last night, on the Twins, and then they are on the Yankees.
Excellent stuff. Anything we need to know about college football week 0? Betting
I mean, listen, UNC, the total's starting to come down. It's been coming down. It's now 47. You saw this morning. The side that you really liked, UVA, is getting pushed back up. We're getting pushed up still. That's at 6. Memphis money started to come in. That was as high as 6.5. It's now 4.5. I think the sharps are really starting to put their stamp on linking Memphis in that game, even some money line stuff as well.
Excellent. Ralph, I'm going to ask you a question now. Maybe you can come up with an answer later. I'll catch you off guard. San Jose State, USC, 60-38.5. That's a total that is more than half or double the spread, less than double the spread. That doesn't happen often, Ralph. I want to know how we take advantage of that kind of a situation. Minus 38.5 for USC, a total of 60. That would be the equivalent of the Detroit Lions being -7 against New Orleans and the total being 12.
I actually have half that answer for you already, Prez. We're going to break it down when we go into the week 0 TNA.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Joe, CFB week 0. I'm handing the mic to you. Run this segment.
Well, it's a good question, President. It's one that I've been talking about all week on a bunch of different shows, and it really is and Ralph, you'll speak to this. It's not just week 0. It's really week 0 through week 4, where all the changes in the NIL and 40-year-olds coming back to playing college, and there is no continuity. I mean, we've got 1,000,001 different new head coaches. There's not a lot of stability anymore in a lot of programs across the country. So new quarterback, new offensive line, new OC, the list goes on and on. So more than anything, Ralph, to me, week 0 through week 4 is kind of a learning curve here to try to figure out what you're going to get. But I know this, if you're a 28, 30, 32-point favorite, you are likely that big a favorite for a reason, especially early on in the season.
Well, Joe, let me just go to one of my TNA segments that Prez alluded to. Now, remember this. These college football teams have been working all summer. They've been in camp since August. And if you have an inferior opponent week 1, you are likely also working on your week 2 opponent, your week 3 opponent, and your main rivals throughout all of August. So, Prez, here's part of the data you asked for. When you have a team that is a favorite of 37 points or more in game number 1, I did not knock out the low totals because I had this already. If you're playing an FCS team, like many of them do, USC is not this week, but there are a few next week, you are 69-54, 56%. So that surprises me. A 37-point favorite against FCS opponents, 56.1%. But how about this? If you have an FBS opponent, they are matching you with 85 scholarships. They are someone probably in a major conference. You are not looking past them. Huge favorites in game number 1 in college football, like USC and 4 teams next week, 19-4 against the spread, 83% laying 37 points or more. Those teams also 17-5-1, 77% to the over. So they do not look past FBS teams. They may look a little more past FCS teams, but it is not square to lay over 5 touchdowns in an opening college football season.
So, Ralph, real quick, what you're saying here is at minus 37 and over, it is an absolutely incredible bet. In either direction, whether they play an FCS team or not, but specifically an FCS team, it's in the 70%. So that's what USC is. And the over is also a really good bet as well, based on historical trends and angles.
It is, but just FYI, Prez, the 103 FCS games, actually only 48.7% to the over. So you could think positive ATS, but over only versus those FBS teams. Why? Those FBS teams have offenses that are trying versus this big favorite, where the FCS teams, many of these teams are happy to get their $1.5 million, get out with no injuries, play scrubs in the second half, and get outscored 30-0, running the clock, just running the ball and getting out of Dodge with their paycheck.
Yeah, that's always one of my is, again, you're that big a favorite for a reason. Second halves are good luck trying to figure out who or what is going to be in the second half, especially at home, Ralph, too. Like a Florida State at home taking on a team in which they are, what, a 30-point favorite? New coaches also play into the fact early on in the season. You would think the home teams likely have an edge, at least in the first half in those games as well.
They do, but you also have those first couple drives as your teammates together.
Yes.
I will say this. This is unlikely the opposite of what many people think. Early in the season, if you're a big favorite, I prefer backing a running team versus a passing team. If you have a team that passes 80% of the time, when you get to the second and third strings, those offensive linemen have not played together. The quarterback has not played with the wide receiver. If you are a run-based team, everyone in the offense knows how to run block, knows how to read those holes, and they're running the exact same offense if it's first string, second string, or third string, handing the ball off. So I actually do prefer big favorites that are running teams early in the season.
Art, any questions for Ralph? And then we're just going to hand the mic over to this man.
No, well, let's hand it over to Ralph. I'm excited to hear it.
Ralph, TNA with the pen. We call him the pen because, well, nobody writes better, and he has one everywhere he goes. Ralph, this is your inaugural segment, my brother.
First, just let's say this. Again, I'm not telling you any information about, we're just sharing the data. How have home favorites done in game number 1 of a season? Doesn't matter what the line is, just home favorites the last 4 years. Against FCS foes, home favorites are 46% against the spread. Against FBS foes, 51.4. So the Mendoza line for FBS teams, under 50% FCS teams. Home dogs, 54%. Away favorites, 48%. Away dogs, 48%. So really, the away teams, slightly under 500. How about totals? Well, if you blindly bet every college football game 1 total under, you have won 56% the last 4 years with an incredible amount of volume. President Joe, we've broken down high totals and low totals many times. So I wanted to go through game 1 totals, look at the lowest, look at the mid, and look at the highest totals to see how they've done. So game 1 totals the last 4 years. Again, 44.7% to the over overall. But totals under 49, Prez, you pointed it out. High lines, low totals. 28 and 46, 38% to the over, 62% to the under. Over-unders from 49 to 58 in the middle, they're 49%. But high totals of 58 or higher, 47 and 63, 42.7%. Low totals are under, high totals go under. Those mid-range totals, right about the Mendoza line.
Wonderful stuff, Ralph. Well, more stuff. Go.
We got a couple more things to go over, Prez, and then you could kick me out.
No, dude. Take your time.
What about conference home favorites in game 1? Boy, you want to talk about prioritizing your season opener playing a conference game. Well, they've gone 24-11 straight up, but they've only gone 15-20, 43% against ATS. This goes back to 2016, game number 1, conference home openers. The thing I want to point out here, obviously, you know your conference foes well. You're going to be conservative early in the season. You don't want to make a silly mistake in an ACC game like Virginia and North Carolina. Those teams have gone 67.6% to the under in the last 10 years. Virginia and NC State is one conference game, and this one has a double asterisk on it. Eastern Michigan and Sacramento State will count as a conference game, but truly, I would not bet this because of this trend. They're moving up from the FCS. They're in Sacramento. They're making their first trip to the West Coast. So, again, it will get included. It is in conference game, but I do want to point that out. And this is something basically you said, Prez. The final situation I want to talk about, week 1, home favorites up to -13. So anything at -13.5, we're throwing out. We have a team that's a touchdown favorite of 2 touchdowns or less. with a total under 58. They've only gone 41 and 47 against the spread, but listen to this, 26 and 61 over under. That, my friends, is 70.1% to the under in game one. 5 teams apply to this under situation. Eastern Michigan, Sacramento State, North Dakota State, Jacksonville State, Stanford, Hawaii, UNLV Memphis, and Virginia NC State. That's a sample of college football week 0 TNA.
There we go. It's a great segment, Ralph. Incredible stuff. You're going to be doing this every week. We're going to do NFL and college football. So glad to have you with us, dude. Let's take care of some business. Ralph Michaels, one of the best sports bettors alive, been doing it longer than Art Caesar has been born. That might be a reflection of how young Art is or how old you are, or maybe both. Ralph, what do you got going?
I can't believe you showed me that picture of you Saturday Night Living. That has to be the last memory before I turn off the show. Damn you, Prez. Damn you, Prez. Damn you, Prez.
What do you got going with the clients today?
I'm on a decent run. I'm number 2 MLB for the season, just doing first inning plays. 95% of them are Nerfies. I have a few Yerfies.
Wow.
Oh, and by the way, I have gone 12-0. My last 12 Nerfie best bets. 13th straight winner is loaded now. WT.buzz/RM.
Beautiful. Ralph Michaels, everybody. Great stuff.
Boom.
Okay. We'll see you next week, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, boys,
See you,
before
Ralph.
we get into the predictive market segment, I got some news from last night. Oh, my God, the drama. Nobody cares, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My Tuesday night E-League men's hockey team, just so you know, Art, E is the worst. There is no F. It is A, B, C, D, E. We play in E, and we won the entire championships 2-1 with 1:30 to go. They score to tie it up 2-2. We score with 21 seconds on the clock to win it all. There it is. My trophy, holding it up in the air. As you can see, everyone's already left the ice. I'm the only idiot celebrating, but let's
Wait, hold on, Prez. Hold on. You guys gave up the equalizer with about a minute left.
minute 28.
And then
yes.
And then still won the game in regulation?
Yes. Yes.
That's wild. Okay.
The best
And I
is
wanna
that the only guy left in the fucking arena is the guy in the Zamboni. That's it.
Yeah. He's like, everyone has gone home, bro. Everyone has gone home.
Oh,
it's like when you're at a restaurant and they're putting up the chairs.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that looks like one of those soda containers, right? Like the CO2
No,
cartridges.
It was a propane tank. It was a propane tank.
Unreal, Prez. That is great. Fantastic.
So Art, we're so old now. Our team is half dads, half their sons, and
wow,
we just stepped back, dude. It was they scored with a minute. So Evan, my friend L's son, he scored the first 2 goals. He scores every goal. And they tied it up with 1:28. He's like, he turns to the bench. He's like, this ain't going to overtime. Goes on the ice.
Oh, boy.
Gets the puck with 48 seconds to go or something. Cycles their end 3 times. Snipes at top corner. It was ridiculous.
Outstanding.
Anyway, I was on the ice, so I got a plus on my, because, people count that and all.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So I don't know what's happened to the right side of our screen. We're doing the predictive marquee segment right now.
Oh, yeah. That kind of got a little screwed up there, but that's all right. You know what's coming here. There you go.
Cares?
You know what's happening.
Okay. So I got my friend's calling me about golf tomorrow. Should I answer live on air? Why not?
No.
Sure. Yeah,
No. Berman, I'm on air. Bugger off.
Bugger.
Okay.
You did bugger.
Okay.
I love it.
It's Bitcoin. I was wrong the last 2 days. I was right overall, but did not go up the last 2 days. And honestly, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. I think it's just hold and wait. I don't want to bet Bitcoin today, guys. I'm gonna pass. I'm sorry.
77, 750. Does it get to 80 at any point here, Prez, over the next couple of weeks? Or is this only going down from
dude,
here?
it's going to be 80. Like, is it going to be 80 by 5 p.m.? I don't know. Is it going to be 80 by Monday? Yes.
You're thinking so in the relative near future, you're expecting another increase here.
I think it's going to double, bro.
Okay. Well, that makes betting it fairly easily then. All right. There you go. I'm excited now.
There you go. So I think we're going to have 140, 150 by December.
Love it.
So, yeah.
Okay. Start betting it up and over. Now's the time to get back in. What was it as low as, Prez? What was down to 60? What did it just
no, it was lower than that. Recently it was down in the high 50s.
Wow.
But you know, Joe, that's really the genius of Bitcoin in the last sort of cycle. And we spoke about this many times. You know, we saw runs where, you know, in 2017, we saw the first run up to 21,000 in around December 18th or something.
Mm-hmm.
By March, it was down to $3,000, 2,800. Then we saw a huge run on the second run where it got to around 68,000. It came back down to 16,000. Then we saw a run get up to 128. It came down to in the high 50s. This is an incredible pattern. Every time we're just seeing the floor go higher and higher and higher. The floor was 3,000 when it went to 21. The floor was 18,000 when it went to 68. The floor was 58,000 when it went to 120. It's an incredible investment. Bitcoin has been a life-changing piece of currency for me. I mean, I literally own a house in Whistler, built, paid for, and lived in by Bitcoin. So keep it going, man.
It's a winner. He's just a winner, Art.
You like that I'm the captain?
He calls it Bitcoin Manor. That's what he calls it. You're the captain? Does the rest of the team know you're the captain?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you just sewed that on.
You want to know who knows I'm the captain?
Who?
The refs.
You talked.
All right.
Okay, all right. I see.
So they get involved?
I am a loud mouth. I basically get all my anger out at hockey, and the refs are the brunt of it.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
Anyway.
Are the refs aware that
whatever could go up my ass, I'll take what I can get.
I'm just not sure. Do the refs understand what they're working with?
You know, can you go back to that video for a sec, Art?
Nope.
Joe has put some weight on. Whatever can go up my ass, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, a little bit.
I'll take what I can get.
No, Joe, you same weight?
No, come on.
What happened yesterday, Joe? We told you you were with 10 women. You couldn't make the show?
Brutal. And when you get wedged and have to work in between two women, I should get hazard pay as well there, Prez. That's what I'm thinking.
What's going on over here, dude? What's going on? Like, if we scan your chest, what are we going to get?
WagerTalk.
Okay, boring.
Sorry.
What else is a predictive market segment?
I'm sorry. We'll go to the NFL preseason here, Prez, because there's one game here I think should be fascinating coming up this week, and you guys tell me what you think. I can't imagine what it's like to be on the Browns right now. I know what it's like. The Browns fans have to be going out of their mind, but Deshaun Watson is the worst. He will not be playing, apparently. No starters will be playing this week. They are playing the Patriots, which means you're probably going to get a very pissed off Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel at some particular point in this game. So is it worth looking at the Browns here maybe early and often? I know the total is 35 and a half. So Tommy DeVito is going to be the quarterback there. So he's battling for a spot behind Drake May. So could this just be a light him up and offensive craziness here in this game is my question.
It could be, and obviously Tommy DeVito's taking real snaps in the NFL, and like you said, he's obviously, he's fighting for his backup life or an audition somewhere else. So, I mean, you're going to have quarterbacks out there who know how to get up and down the field against pretty much Uber drivers at this point, because when you get into this last week of the season, like you mentioned, no one of any relevance on any team is going to step on the field. They're going to be in shorts and T-shirts. So, yeah, that's a pretty low total at 35.
Kind of feels like Shador and company going to come out, Prez, and just start slinging the damn thing around here and be like, screw. Because Deshaun Watson is terrible. I mean, terrible. It's awful.
And I agree with you, Joe, on that over. And I'll tell you something, just, conceptually, when you look at mediocre NFL quarterbacks or even NFL quarterbacks that didn't have a career, like, we mentioned Joey Harrington, or, Sam Bradford, Tim Couch, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
These guys against slow defenses are all world. Like,
I agree.
I mean, they are unbelievable. When the defense, that half second is the difference between a Heisman Trophy quarterback, Johnny Manziel, and I have an NFL career. That half second.
Yep.
And when you have a defense in that are, the second tier, the third tier, the fourth tier, you're going to have your half second. So, yeah, I agree with that, Joe. I think the over is the right call.
Yeah, I'm expecting big time. And by the way, I keep hearing and reading stories about Jesse Minter, the new Baltimore Ravens head coach, who in the preseason, I think, has only given up 10 total points in 2 preseason games. So he's kind of picked up right from where Harbaugh left off in the preseason. But apparently everybody on the team, especially the veterans, are all just blowing smoke towards him about how he's changed the practices, shorter practices, try to avoiding the heat, keeping these guys not yet. So that's either going to go one of two ways. It's
and
either
they're complaining.
They're just in love with him because Harbaugh was the total opposite, right? Harbaugh was the total opposite. But to me, that's great in the preseason. But what's that conditioning going to be like when you've got to play Miami in 100 degrees on the opposing field early in the season, or you got to go somewhere to heat? It's all fine and dandy in the preseason that you're coddling these guys, but I'm not sure that's going to pay dividends, at least in September and heading into October. We'll see, but it's clear they have no interest in losing preseason games. And we already know Dan Quinn in Washington has no interest in winning preseason games. I mean, they are absolutely awful. So I guess if it ain't broke, you're not going to see Lamar, obviously. But if it ain't broke, only 10 points in 2 games, Prez. Yeah, all right. They seem to love Jesse Mintner in Baltimore. I'll lay it. What is it, 2.5? I'll lay it.
Who's going to be playing for Washington? Mariota?
Well, Mariota's expected to be back for week 1. So it's going to be Sam Hartman and the kid from Rutgers, Zuzuzu, whatever the hell the Greek kid was there.
Give me some Baltimore. I mean, I'll tell you, listen, Sam Hartman is a handsome dude. I'll give him that.
Yes.
He ain't a quarterback
Not an
in
NFL
the
quarterback.
NFL. No.
8-21, Dan Quinn is straight up in the preseason. 8-20.
I love that. I love great. So give me some Baltimore as well. Excellent.
Boom. Yep.
What else, boys?
Good to go. We got some Major League Baseball. A lot of afternoon baseball coming up here, Press.
Yeah, we do. You're going to do a rundown. I did forget to mention it, the like button, guys. You know the drill. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure to comment. Let us know what you think about Ralph Michaels in the TNA segment. Let us know what you think about any other segments. Me, Art, and Joe are having a meeting tomorrow to discuss the restructuring of the show. So if you've got any ideas, today's the day. Art, Joe, I hand the MLB rundown to you.
All right, Art, let's go through some of these games here coming up today. Again, a lot of afternoon, so we'll try to go with the 3 o'clock game, Cubs and Diamondbacks. Boyd has been, well, he's hasn't been great recently. Rodriguez has been phenomenal for the Diamondbacks. What are we doing here? Do the Cubs bounce back?
Yeah, the Sharps think they do. The Cubs, as I mentioned in the Sharp section, the Cubs have taken sharp money. I actually lean to Arizona here. I think that was a big win last night with the comeback win. They're fighting for their lives. Padres lost. I believe they're a game back in the wild card. Big game for Arizona.
Yeah, really big game. Reds and Giants. Giants won again. Reds are just awful. Landon Roop versus Lodolo. Kind of hard for me to do anything here, but look at the Giants. Guardians and Angels. Cantillo versus Grayson Rodriguez. Maybe the Guardians score a ton of runs again here, only this time they don't wait until the very end to do it.
Yeah, and once again, just like Arizona, maybe that was a wake-up game for the Guardians.
Yep.
You know, if they're going to make a playoff push here, we might look back on that game last night and go, wow, that was a big game for them to get. Even when you're on the road, if you're in a playoff push, you have to beat the Angels.
Phillies, Mariners, Luzardo, I believe, against Brian. Woo! For the Mariners. Woo has been much better at home than on the road. I think he's got a little extra rest here as he was getting lit up, but he's always gotten lit up on the road this season. But at home, he's night and day. And the Phillies went back to not remembering how to hit. 4 o'clock game, Art, feels like an under to me.
Yep.
Vasquez versus Chandler. Padres. Are the Padres getting swept by the Pirates? Come on.
No, I'm with you. I was on the Padres last night. I feel like getting back on them today is the right side.
Yeah, tough for the Marlins there. Gusto on the mound for him.
Oh.
Sonny Gray going for the Red Sox. Just feels like another Red Sox win. Rockies, Nats, Gordon versus Waldron. I haven't seen Waldron in forever either. What do we think? I think Rockies got one back last night, didn't they?
They did, low scoring. I look for more runs today. I'll go over.
Yankees going against the Astros. Wow, 16 runs in that game last night. Didn't have that. Lambert versus the Rook Rodriguez here. What are we thinking, Art?
Yeah, Sharps are going to back the Yankees today, but, I said it yesterday. It was hard to lay a number with Warren. I think it's hard to lay a number with the young kid today as well. I wouldn't want to be laying a price with the Yankees today. Not that it's a big one, but the Astros have been playing all right.
Royals versus the Blue Jays. Miles back for the Blue Jays. Dobnik for the Royals. Royals have actually been hitting the ball. Feel we're going to get some runs at some point, are we not, Art?
Yeah, and Dobnik's been great for the Royals, and obviously the Royals are on, a 10-11 game winning streak here. Blue Jays need the game, though.
Yeah, Brewers they do suck. But they're taking on the Mets. Mets plus 134. Brewers 8.5 is the total. I can't believe the Mets beat the Brewers yesterday, but did they do it again here today?
No, the Brewers, they'll win today, and they'll also be very popular, probably the number 1 or 2 money line parlay side, I would think.
Cheap enough to look at the Dodgers here today with Suzuki against Smith-Shaver there for the Braves. Rangers, White Sox, 8 is the total. Gore versus Burke.
Yeah, I'm with Prez. You got to side with the White Sox here. The Rangers, I don't know what's up with that team. That team is awful.
Yeah, big time. Cardinals, Orioles, just give me the over with Bradish and McGreevy. And Twins and Athletics, Ginn versus Prilip. What are you thinking, Art? More runs? Less runs?
Probably more runs, but maybe this is a game with Ginn on the hill that the A's could steal.
Woo! There you go, Prez. Your Major League Baseball rundown.
Joe, nothing really to talk about in the mailbag section. A lot of people talking about how great the show is, how much they enjoy it. They love Art, same old stuff. Other than that, well, Art, it's pretty much the same old stuff.
Joe, it wasn't about Prez, so we won't talk about it.
Nope, we won't.
Oh, really?
No.
You want me to read you the stuff about me, Art?
Oh,
there you go.
Pictures worth 1,000 words.
Prez, that one guy, and I commented on it, so I think his name was Mike. He said he's been hitting up Bitcoin ever since your advice, so I was like, oh, that's good, yeah.
See?
I'd like to see that.
One guy loves you, and a couple of people were making fun of Joe, and it was the same old stuff.
Same shit, every day. Different day. Yep. Love it. Really, absolutely love it.
Really appreciate it. Guys, I'm back tomorrow. So's Joe and Art. Best betting show ever. I will miss Monday's show. and most of next week. We're figuring it out. But then I'm back full on as we enter football season. Joe, Art has put us in 3 different contests. So we're gonna be in what did you do? Circus Survivor? What are we in, Art?
So what I haven't put us in yet. We got a little bit of time. We're gonna get in, but we're gonna get in the Circus Survivor. We're gonna get in the Circa Millions, and then Westgate/Caesars, whatever you want to call it, has a college football contest as well.
Really?
So,
don't we need college?
Yeah.
That's for tomorrow.
No, that contest. No. They
week 1.
Week 1. Yeah, the cutoff for that contest to sign up is September 4th, I believe. So, because next week there are some games Thursday and Friday. They just make sure you get everything in for Saturday, because also with that contest, they don't offer you every game.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's not like the NFL where it's like every game's available. College, they pick like 50 or 60 of them and say, here is the slate. They don't pick the dumb games,
right?
That are like 50-point spreads.
Stony Brook versus Mercer.
No.
No.
Yes. Yeah. So, so we're going to get in that one as well. Yeah, we'll have a lot of contest content.
Yeah, and either Wednesday or Thursday in the football season, that show will be almost exclusive contests. So it'll just be like, how do we get, all our contest picks? We'll have Ralph on. It'll be a fun stuff. Guys, thanks for watching it. The like button, subscribe to our channel. We'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah.